What's up guys, it's me Janne here, back again with another video, and in today's video I'll be going through my first impressions of the WRC 8 rally game. And yeah, I haven't played it that much yet, only like 5 or 6 hours, so it's just a first impressions type of thing, not a thorough review yet, because I don't think that I've played enough to form a proper opinion on it. But I can share my stuff that I've noticed in the game that works and doesn't work and whatnot. But yeah, I'll be going through some stuff in the game and telling you how I feel about it for now. And yeah, let's dive into the game so we can begin. And here we are in the WRC 8 game, showcasing the beautiful, beautiful Toyota Yaris of Oit Tanak here in the demo camera car viewing tool menu, whatever it is called. But yeah, let's head to the menus. Here we have the options. This is pretty simple. And then we have the competition tab here. We have some sort of a weekly challenge here where the cursor is, and then there's going to be the split screen stuff, and the leaderboards for stages are here. Then we have the future WRC Esports Championship here displayed already, and here will be the online multiplayer stuff when it gets unlocked. Apparently it's not yet unlocked, but yeah, hopefully we can get it soon. Then we head to the solo play tab, and here we have different game modes. We have career, which is really, really diverse. Then we have quick play, where we can just pick a rally, pick a stage, for example a long one here, and then pick a car from these 4 categories, and then head out and drive. And then we have season, which is just driving through seasons without the managerial aspect of the career mode. And then we have training with these different types of training circuits, with this looking suspiciously penis-like. And then we have a test area where you can change the weather and conditions to your liking, and then you can head out and test your car. And there we have the home tab where we can see the last thing that we've done, and then we have the news of us knowing that the game is available. And it's good that we know that it's available here in the main menu, because otherwise we would be thinking that we're playing probably something else. And there's the challenge, and there's the driver card where you can change your name and your title there. I've placed myself to be a noob because I'm still sulking over 2 days ago, being dropped out of my contract. But yeah, there's plenty of good stuff. We have 3 slots for career mode. Let's go through here, and you can see the career mode stuff for a bit. I mean, yeah, it's really, really diverse in my opinion, and it's a really, really good one as well. Here you have your calendar. You have these different types of events, like historic races and training stuff, and then manufacturer tryout, where you can develop a relationship between different manufacturers. Then you have your rallies, as usual, and then you have more events. And usually you have, like, as you can see here, there are 3. Let's see if we can move the cursor. We have 3 different colored stripes there, meaning that there are 3 different types of events available, of which we can choose. And all these do affect our team morale and manufacturer relationships and whatnot. And here we have the R&D department, what we can unlock stuff to make certain aspects work better or worse in our game, and which is really, really nice as well. Then we have the crew management with all this stuff, and I'm really kind of overwhelmed by all that. And you have your emails and objectives, and yeah, there's the season mode. That's really, really nice, and that is quite an in-depth mode. And you can choose to start from Junior WRC, or you can choose to start from WRC 2 if you feel like you don't want to play with the front wheel drive cars. And by now I think you want to see some driving, so let's head to the quick play, And then we are here heading to Monte Carlo. Let's take my favorite stage so far, a really good one, and let's head with WRC2 car, and let's take Erik Peterinen because he's there ready to go. And yeah, the game has gone hugely forward, especially in the driving part. And before we head to the stage, on the single stage events, you have your setup screens and whatnot here. You have tire selection, you have soft asphalt, dry asphalt, snow and ice, and wet asphalt tires as well. And then you have your soft and hard gravel tires and studded snow tires as well. Quite a variable selection, and especially in longer legs or road sections, it really comes to play what kind of a tire you have. Then we have your setup here. It's nice that you have your classic and advanced setup for the suspensions and differentials and transmission and aerodynamics. That is kind of silly, but yeah, it's nice that it is really like easy to approach, but then again also gives a lot to those who want to go deep into the setup stuff in the game. And yeah, let's head out onto the stage so we can talk more about the driving itself. And you can hear that the co-driver is way better than in the previous iterations of the WRC game. And that, as usual, these stages are absolutely amazing, and they just feel so alive. I don't know what it is in them, can't pinpoint it, but it just feels so alive on these stages. And it feels like these roads serve a purpose, and they are really going from place A to place B for a reason. So, which is maybe a bit lacking in my opinion in some other games. And yeah, there is not that many unique stages per rally, but there's like 3 or 4, which then also make up the long epic stage of each rally in some parts. So yeah, there's a ton of stages for you to learn, for you to drive as well, and really top notch as well. And the driving feels really good because the force feedback has been improved a lot over the force feedback model that I called the condom force feedback back in my WRC6 videos, because it prevented you from feeling all that good stuff and just left you disappointed and wanting to feel all the good stuff. So that has gone. It's not just some constant mush. You can actually feel things, and there's quite a lot of setup options as well for your force feedback, so that's nice. And I really like the step that they've taken forward with the force feedback. Feels really good on the wheel. And from force feedback we'll head to driving physics. I mean, yeah, I'm not a physician or anything, I don't know much about physics, but I can tell that I like the way how they feel. I don't know if it's realistic or not, because I'm not qualified to tell you that, but it feels fun and it's consistent. That's a really important part in a rally game, that it is consistent the way the car behaves when you do X or when you do Y. It should always behave more or less the same, and that is happening here, which is really nice in my opinion. And the cars have weight in them, so no fear of accidentally joining the NASA space program like in Dirt Rally 1 when you hit something a bit faultily or badly. I don't know which is the proper word, but yeah. And in my opinion, the tarmac physics feel a lot better in this game than they do in Dirt Rally 2.0. You actually have grip on tarmac, And yeah, it has to be said that the physics are at their best on the four-wheel drive cars, and then on the rear-wheel drive cars, and the physics on the front-wheel drive cars feel somewhat strange. And I'll head to a front-wheel drive car next, so I can maybe explain a bit why I think that the front-wheel drive physics are a bit silly. And also about the physics, I like that you can't just pull the handbrake and magically make the car turn into the corner, and I do have a bit of that feeling in Dirt Rally 2.0 as well. So yeah, I'm happy that it's not the case in here, but instead the handbrake is analog, and you can map an axis to it, and it acts like an axis as well. But yeah, really liking these tarmac stages and tarmac physics here on this game. And let's head to Australia. I haven't driven these stages before, but let's head to Australia, and now with the junior WRC car, and let's go with certain Mr. Williams, who I saw crash this year in Rally Finland. Yeah, really nice dude, and also his co-driver is. But yeah, let's take them and head to Bakers Creek Reverse. To Bakers Creek Reverse in Australia, and I'll talk to you why I don't really like that much the front wheel drive physics here in the game. And let's see. Yeah, you can actually change the setup on these cars as well, but you can't do it on the career mode, which is a bit silly. But yeah, let's begin. I'll run through. Let's begin the run. But it feels, in a way, that the cars are four-wheel drive all the way until you're accelerating out of a corner, because it, slides like it kind of holds the slide, but when you're trying to exit the corner, then it starts to understeer only. So it's just somehow weird. It doesn't understeer as much as I'd expect it to. Although I don't have much experience of driving a front wheel drive car on a loose surface at Ånge, but I do feel like that there should be more of understeer when stepping on the throttle instead of what we have here. But yeah, as we can see again, the stages are really amazing, and lovely stuff altogether. But yeah, somehow I really don't know how to explain it better than that. But it just feels that there's something off in the front wheel drive physics, which is a bit of a shame, because I myself do enjoy front wheel drive rallying a lot, but not when it's somewhat unlogical in a way to drive. It just turns all the time where you want it to go. There's not really understeer. You can get to oversteer instead quite easily. So yeah, the front wheel drive aren't really the best thing in the game, but it's still fun. But it just doesn't feel as good as the four wheel drive physics, where I think that this game really reaches its peak. And yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. But these cars are still fun to drive, although it's a bit different from what you might expect from Dirt Rally 2.0 and Richard Burns Rally, if you've played those more. And the gravel physics feel overall as well, they feel that they are sliding a bit, and the car feels a bit like all over the place. But yeah, as I said before, I can't really tell if it's realistic or not. I can just tell how it feels to me, because I'm not qualified to say what is realistic and what is not. And another thing I've noticed, that the game resets you to the route annoyingly quickly when you go off-road. You pretty much don't even get a chance to go back to the road. It just immediately resets you back to the road and gives you a 9-second penalty, so that's a bit of a bummer, but I think that might be some sort of a precaution for people who are cutting a ton. And that is the stage of front wheel drive rallying, and yeah, we were fastest somehow. I wish I would have been that fast in 2 days back in my stream where I made my JWRC debut, which ended horribly. Hopefully we can make it better today or tomorrow if I can stream on one of those days. And yeah, one thing that I dislike still about the game is that the online leaderboards can't be really separated by categories. It's all together in the same thing. So for example, if you are really good with a front wheel drive car, it's a bit of a shame. Oh, here's a familiar guy. Oh, let's not go that way. Kev Edwards, good stuff from him, go check him out. But yeah, you can't really select it by class, so you can't see which is the class world record. You can only see the overall world record, and that's a bit of a shame for me. But yeah, I don't think it would be too hard to change if they wished to do so. And one more stage that we're going to drive is going to be in Deutschland, aka Germany, for us plebs who don't really talk German. And let's head to Friesen, and let's head to the bonus cars. Here's all that you can have in the game. I bought the DLCs as well because Codemasters have learned or taught me to love it when a developer takes all my money. So yeah, originally you have the Lancia Fulvia, Lancia Stratos, and the Polo RWRC and the Proton Iris R5. Those are the cars that you have originally, and then you can buy the rear-wheel drive pack, which has the Porsche 911 and the Lancia 037. And then there's another like classic cars pack or something, which has the Delta HF Integrale, S-Code Mark II, and the Alpine A110. And for the next stage, we're gonna take the Lancia 037. And here's the nice part. This game supports age pattern shifting, so you can drive these cars appropriately. And it even has the Martini stripes on its livery as well, unlike some games. So I think this is the way to handle it when a car has an alcohol sponsor on it. And yeah, let's see what we can manage here in the 037. And the rear-wheel drive physics feel quite fine to me as well. I heard from one guy that it doesn't feel good, that in his opinion the rear kicks out too much, but at least what I've tried, I've done like 2 runs with this, one with the Porsche 911 and one with the Ford Escort Mark II. I know that this and the Porsche 911, they kick out a bit, but not too much in my opinion, compared to those experiences that I have from other sims. They are, in my opinion, in line with other sims as well. And then on the it wasn't until there, and then with lower horsepower cars like the Escort Mark II and presumably Alpine as well, I haven't driven it, they don't kick out that much under acceleration, but they don't have as much power as this and the Porsche 911 has. So I think, in my opinion, it is completely completely understandable. And just because I crashed there, to show you guys the reset, of course it doesn't happen now until too late, but yeah, definitely purposefully out, and it wasn't an accident, but sadly it didn't showcase us the quick resets of the game. But yeah, as I was saying, it feels that the level of rear end kicking out goes in like a solid, consistent balls. Goes in a consistent way from these more powerful rear-wheel drive cars to the less powerful rear-wheel drive cars. And yeah, in my opinion, it feels nice. It's logical. I don't know if it's realistic, but it's logical, and most importantly, it's fun. And that's what matters to me a lot in a game nowadays. I mean, yeah, Dirt Rally 2.0 might be realistic, but I don't see myself enjoying it a lot. Like, I don't know what it is. I can't pinpoint it, but there's just something that making me dislike the game when I'm playing it. And if anything, I think, in my opinion, there should be some more rear end kicking out in this one than what it has already. But yeah, feels nice and logical and good to drive. Oh, I didn't remember that there was a guardrail, so I couldn't show the reset there, even though I tried. But yeah, I realized it too late, so that's what was up there. Wasn't trying to, or didn't crash accidentally, it was on purpose. Oh, some rear end kick out there. And another nice thing is that you can really feel that the tires wear. You can see it from the bottom left, that how much we have how much of tire we have still left. And we have like 91 at front and 88 in the back. And it's nice to see how the car's behavior changes when the tires wear, and the different compounds, of course, affect the amount of tire wear that you have on a stage. But yeah, definitely these are fun as well, and really enjoy it. And for now, I do really enjoy the game. And yeah, let's wrap it up properly in a second. And yeah, there you had some driving and some overall feelings from the game. And yeah, I really do like that the force feedback has been improved. That's a huge step forward. And also the car physics feel better now, in my opinion, especially on tarmac. It is really top notch. And as I said before, I can't say if it's realistic. I'm not qualified for that, but I think it's fun and consistent and logical. So those are things that really matter to me as well. And I for myself really enjoy them and enjoy driving in this, especially in four-wheel drive cars and also in rear-wheel drive cars, and not as much in the front-wheel drive cars as they feel a bit silly. Other good things are the really clean and clear menus that are easy to navigate in my opinion, easier than in Dirt Rally 2.0. And also the career mode is really diverse, and it has a lot of aspects that you need to worry about when you climb towards WRC. So that's, in my opinion, a huge plus as well, as is the stage design. But the downsides are the 60 frames per second cap on the game, as far as I know. And I have some random stutters, like 2-second stutters. Like I've had it twice now in 6 hours, but yeah, it's still not nice when it comes to you. And other downsides are, well, the game leaves the LEDs from my wheelbase on, so that's a bit of a downside. And also the lack of sorting by class leaderboards for each stage. That's something that I'd like to see fixed. And I think there was something else as well that I wasn't happy about with the game. Can't remember it. It makes for an awkward video. And another bad thing, in my opinion, is the lack of online multiplayer from the start, which is a bit of a bummer that you can't play it instantly. And also the field of view settings are somewhat screwed at the moment, doesn't work properly. It only changes in the cockpit view. It only changes the world outside the car, but the cockpit of the car stays the same, so that's not really working in my opinion. But yeah, overall as a game, I really like it, and might not be the most simulator rest of all simulators, or might not be even a simulator, but in my opinion it's fun as hell to drive, and especially if you can see it on sale and cop it there, I'd recommend it if you like rally games. But yeah, overall a good experience, a lovely game in my opinion. I like it, and that will be all for now. If you have any questions below, well, you have questions below when you write them below, and I'll try to answer them within my abilities. So write your questions there about the game or pretty much about anything. I'll answer if I know the answer. And that is all for now. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you reach until here, you're a legend, because this has been really long and maybe even somewhat boring video for some. But I do appreciate it if you watched it all the way. And if not, I probably still got some small amount of ad money, so it's win-win. And I still get the view statistics, so that's good. But yeah, that will be all for now. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. I'll see you guys later on this week with 1 or 2 streams. So I hope to see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Bye.